This is why I decided to go with the M2 iPad Air versus the M4 iPad Pro. Now, there's a very good reason why I chose this. As you can see here, I have a Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus and I have an iPad Air. The reason I'm bringing up the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus is because it's actually an OLED screen, and I drew on this tablet for around 4,000 hours, probably more, and it took me about 2 years, but in that time, I noticed that the screen had a little bit of burn-in. Now, it wasn't like a bad burn-in, it was more of like a hue shift on the screen. So you'll notice on one half of the screen, like say the bottom half, and at the top half, there's a different hue, and the hue is just the color. So the bottom half would have more of like a purplish hue, and the top half would have more of like a greenish hue. Very, very subtle. You can't really see it on the camera, but when you're drawing and you're in the program, you will notice the hue shift, and it can really throw you off. It took me probably about, I would say, a year before I noticed that hue, and then progressively it just seemed to get a little bit worse. I tried to draw more in the center, and that is what happens when you have an OLED screen. Now with the M4 iPad Pro being a tandem OLED, maybe it'll take a little bit longer for that to happen, but nonetheless, it is gonna happen. You know, when someone's spending that much money on a tablet, they're probably gonna be using that tablet for years to come. And for me, it only took about a year with this one. You know, probably 2,000, 3,000 hours for the burn-in to actually start appearing. So let's give or take that M4 iPad Pro. You know, let's say it's going to be double, because Apple, you know, they really like to test the things. So let's say 4,000 hours. Still, that's only about 2 years for me. Like about, honestly, not even 2, maybe a year and a half of usage for me. And then I'm going to get that burn-in again. So that's a big part of why I decided to go with the iPad Air, because it's LCD screen. Now, I could have opted for an older generation of a Pro model, but I really liked the features on the new Apple Pencil Pro. I really love those features, the squeeze and the having the double tap and also having the rotation. Really, really nice stuff there. So I decided to go for the 13-inch iPad Air model.